minute, Cyndee.
Yeah.
Switch. Move this way.
All right. Let's get
Cyndee, move this way.
situated.
Okay.
Feels like it's been forever since I've been in front of the camera with you guys, and I've only missed one. Well, we actually recorded it, but then we had to re-record it. and that's a great way to get into our segue of today. What happens when life doesn't go as planned? We're going to talk about some of the technical difficulties. First of all, I want to say hello to everyone all around the diasporas, especially from London. We have listeners in London. Not London, Kentucky. We're talking about London.
London, England.
England. How about that? Can we get some noise for that?
There we go.
Thank you so much, all the listeners. If you are next door, down the street, around
across
the corner,
the pond,
across town, any state that you're in, thank you for tuning in. Right?
Any country you're in as well.
Any country.
We want to help people worldwide.
I used to have a show called Beauty for Ashes on Envision Radio, and she said, "Stop speaking like you're talking to a neighbor, and act like you're talking to the nation." That was so big.
So let's introduce ourselves to the nation.
To the nation.
To the world.
To the world. Okay, we're going to start with Cyndee.
I'm Cyndee. I'm the mother of Allie.
I am Elgina, Anthony Jr.'s mom.
I'm Lisa. I'm Dre's mom.
All right, so we are going to tell the truth on ourselves today. This is our 5th recording. Woo-hoo! Can we get some music for that?
Podcast, yay!
We have been faithful to coming to you all, giving you real, raw, relevant content, and it's not always easy. How many of us has a course in being technical? Any of us?
No. I failed that class.
Listen. Like I said, I would pre-record myself and my host, the person that I was interviewing for the week. We would do it, and I'd send it over to this magic place, and then when it was my day to air, it sounded and looked beautiful. But we're doing all this, the mechanics of it, and so learning on the fly. We're building the plane and driving at the same time. That's Miss Rose's line.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna give her a shout out for that.
Miss Rose.
So as we
Queen of Peace.
Queen of Peace into
yesterday
was actually Peace Day. So if you are listening, it is Monday, the 22nd of September. And on September 25th, real quick, we are wearing red. If you see all of us in red, it is in observance of National Homicide Awareness Week. And so if you get this anytime between today and the 25th, know that we are sending love all across the nation for any family that has been impacted by sudden loss due to homicide. And all of those that know us, this is our truth. And so we are here paying our respects, wearing our red in honor of our loved ones. And we want to tell you that you're not grieving or you're not doing this alone. There's 3 women sitting on this couch that understands what day 1 looks like. And we want to let you know that you can always get on our page, Ace Healing Project's page. And we also have now the YouTube page,
which is Moms with a Message.
Moms with a Message.
Mothers with a
Message. And we're building this out so that in those wee hours of the night, and you don't have anyone that you can call 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you can get on that page. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week. And Cyndee, myself, and Lisa are all admins, and we can get on there and respond back to you as quickly as we, get the message. So we're going to talk about this technical difficulties and how it has plagued us. We have had some amazing content go into cyber heaven. We have poured our hearts out, cried ugly tears, and then at the end of the show, only to find out that there was no sound. Should we check the sound now, ladies?
But we did.
We did. Okay.
I did. Okay, I did record and listen.
And that actually triggered some of us. I know I cried over the show.
Yeah.
We put our heart into it. we found out more about each other.
that
That
day.
was relatable, that we don't just sit and talk. This is
No.
what happened from day one. This
Yeah.
was day two.
We discovered so
We
much.
discovered a lot that we did not know about each other.
It was a beautiful segment.
And I wanna be the positive one that's just speaking of, okay, we're gonna have gratitude for it because we shared. And maybe it was supposed to be a personal conversation.
I think so.
I think
That's
so.
what I was
It
thinking
was,
too.
and I know that you beat yourself up like, oh my God, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But it was so authentic and it was so real, and it was just, my neck was about to break off because
It was
I'm
back
looking
and
at
forth.
Cyndee
Yeah.
and I'm looking at Lisa and I'm like, oh my God, we've been knowing each other at minimum each 4 years.
Yeah.
And we don't, like Lisa said, sit around and do the, oh, woe is me, because we don't live in that stagnated place of pain. We are wanting so much for our lives for it to look better and not bitter. And so a lot of the times we don't have the hard, serious conversation of what that day looked like, because that's not the only day that we have as a memory. We have live, loving memories that we want to bring those forward
I
instead
have
of the death.
8,888 days.
You better say it.
8,888 days.
Of good
Of
memory.
good memories. Every day my
That
son
outweigh
left.
that one day.
The one day just brought me down. But looking up what his last day on earth meant, his death date, angel date, is 12/9/21. And it means I love you. When I
Wow.
looked up the numbers, it meant I love you. So those 8,888 days, my son's last message was I love you. And when I found that out, I instantly sent it to Elgina.
Yeah. I was like, that is
Just to
not,
share with her.
that's not a coincidence. That's not ironic. That is crazy, identifiable. This is my message to you, Mom.
Yeah.
And AJ's, his is 2/7/15, and all of his numbers are 7. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my completion.
Right.
I'm done. There's nothing else that I need to do. Like I said, I am from a Christian background, and my family truly believes that everything happens for a reason in the season. And my son, when he passed, we had his visual, and 19 people were rededicated back to God. They all were reclaimed and got it. So if we think about it, if he was only given 18 years, so 1 week and 3 days, for every single year that he was on earth, he brought a person back to Christ. And what else can you say about that? But oh my God, his life literally left a legacy. They will never forget the reason why they turned and said, I want to go back and do things differently, with the covering of being protected as a Christian. And so I'm grateful for those things. What have you felt gratitude in something that Allie has left behind as legacy? Like Lisa got her I love you. I know that 7 is completion. And what is that one thing?
That's a good question. Her last 18 years of life was strength. And she had a car accident that killed her best friend, and she was injured to a point of not being able to walk and having multiple surgeries and having blood transfusions. And so her last 18 years of life was strength. And I watched my child learn how to walk again, learn how to live again without her best friend. And watching her strength and what she did, it gave me the strength to continue to walk like she did.
I remember, and I think this was in the recording that didn't get uploaded. You said that Allie taught you how to support her in death by you watching her, how she supported her friend in death. And you did.
And I do exactly what she did.
Wow.
I still go to Alyssa's gravesite.
My-
Still,
That
to this day.
that is no coincidence. Like they were put on this earth to teach us something. And AJ would always say, Mama, you're going to be a motivational speaker. You're going to be something like a pastor or something. I'm like, boy, you're so far away from the truth. Like, no. And he was
But
like,
look
you
at
know, yeah.
But look at
Like,
you now.
what am I doing? That's what I'm
My
like.
son used to say, Mama, you need to speak.
Mm.
And this podcast is helping me speak because I'm not standing in front of people. I'll be in front of millions one day,
Absolutely.
but this helps me behind this microphone
Mhm.
and sitting with my sisters here. But he's like, Mama, when you speak, we listen.
I
He was
love
like,
that.
So,
Because
and
most
then-
of the time they want to ignore us. So
Right.
we
Absolutely.
got some good kids.
I did.
I did.
So we want to talk about these technical difficulties. We went into it, and then I love how we just flow in and out of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
We never crash out, but we definitely don't stick to the rehearsals. And we decided that we wouldn't.
Yeah.
We actually have a conversation about what titles and topics we're going to talk about, and then we
That's it.
get here and we get together, and then
It
this
just
organic thing just happens. So we want you to know that if there's ever a systematic flaw that you don't see something, and we do this every other Monday, and then we go to a live in-person session, we literally are doing our very best to get this content uploaded, to get substance to you all, to just help you understand what it looks like to be a co-survivor, and whether you're supporting as a friend, a loved one, or you're just an own seer. Like, what do you do if you come in contact with a person that has had a traumatic loss as we have? How to talk to them. We're not weirdos. We're not, a special species that, you can't interact with.
We ain't
We're
spreading.
not going to
Yeah.
break. This didn't break us. We're not going to break.
We will bend because life is hard. Life be lifing.
Life gives you technical difficulties
Life,
sometimes.
ooh, that's it. Life gives you technical difficulties. And what do? You just learn to maneuver. And that's what we're going to do. And so as we begin to go into the next segment, I know for sure that I wanted to lead with this. Today is Monday, September 22nd. It is so many things today. So if you are a woman and you have a business, kudos to you. Today is National Women's Appreciation, Business Women's Appreciation. It's also Ice Cream Day, National Ice Cream Day.
Woo! I know I eat it when I
We're gonna have ice cream in our session today. So if you are in the little area and you happen to catch this, which I highly doubt it, but know that we're in person every other Monday, and we would love to sit with you and heal with you, because you have to show up for yourself. All these resources are out here, but if you don't take advantage of them, then they go away. Then it's also National Craft Day, and we're going to also be crafting today.
Yay.
And we're going to, in love and honor and memory of each of our loved ones, we're going to frame our story, meaning our children will be framed, and that we will build out a wall, and it will be the legacy wall that will hold still at ACE Project. And every time we visit there, there's a rock garden. There's a garden, and we have rocks where our kids bang on. But now you can put a picture with that name of who, our children are. You can see Dre, and you can see Allie, and you can see AJ, and all the other family members. And I think that's so cool. And we want to, again, say thank you to Miss Rose Smith. I talked it over with her.
Yeah.
And told her what was on my heart and my mind, and we caught on sale some of these really cool frames, and we're gonna have some mosaic framed art, because our kids are art.
Yes, they are.
And we're artistically perfect. And so today our subject is going to be on
Technical
It was
difficulties.
It was technical difficulties, and we're talking about
homicide awareness.
homicide awareness
Day. That's why we wore red.
Yes, we
And
wore
black.
this red and this black because it was actually started, I believe, in 2012 or 2019. I'll get the logistics, and if you wherever we post it, it'll have the actual date on it. But it was an out-of-town family that decided that their loss was so great that they needed to really take the day and make it something bigger than, you know, the burden of remembering that this was said. And we'll also not step on your toes, but we have a sister, and her name is Sharita Smith. Her son was taken, Tyree Smith. Today is her
Angel
4 years. Tyree was an excellent kid. There's no reason for him not to be here. Not saying that all of our kids aren't great, but this young man was on his way to school. A very strong pillar in his family, in the community, and we want to take a moment of silence for Tyree. Thank you all for that, and we want to send our love and condolences and support and all the warm wishes to Sharita and her family. Know that we're holding you dear and close. And also, we have Miss Anita. Miss Anita, if you don't know what going through a trial looks like, defending the honor of your late loved one because someone decided that they shouldn't be here anymore. She's experiencing that, and we send her so much love, so much support.
Love, support, and strength, because I've been there.
Yes, you have. On the couch, I think she's the only one. You have.
I haven't started. I haven't started pre-trials.
And Gina, thankfully, was able to come with me to go through a trial with me.
I was there, and I never experienced anything like that. For someone that knows that they did something wrong, can look straight face and not have any emotions. That's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
My child's case is sealed closed, and I haven't had the opportunity to have any kind of justice. We know who done it. We know that they're in jail, but he's not serving 1 day for my child, and that's the most hurtful, incomplete sentence that I'll ever have to speak. So moving right along, because that does hurt.
Mm-hmm. It does. And when we're talking about technical difficulties, we have a lot of technical difficulties with starting this. But we also have technical difficulties with the grief too, because it changes us. I have to rewire myself every day. I wake up in the morning and it's reliving that day all over again, because I don't get to talk to my child. I don't get to do all the things that I got to do on a daily basis with her anymore. And I have to tell myself, you've got this, you're here, you're safe. Every single day, probably sometimes multiple times a day if I get too over anxious. If I get, I have to rewire my brain every day.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just need to pause and take a moment, breathe.
Yeah.
I look at things like I couldn't find a ride yesterday to a baby shower I was supposed to go to. But instead of sitting there dwelling on it, which my grief will pull you into, well, I should have been there, and be really upset about it. I look at it, well, the baby's still coming, and it still has clothes at Auntie's house, so I'm fine with that. Like when things occur, I just try to look at sometimes the positive things. Well, maybe I just needed to stay at home. Because me and Jimmy really did, Jimmy's my significant other, and we did spend some quality time together yesterday, just us bonding, so.
Yeah, I think everything happens for a reason.
I try to find more positive things there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, good for you. And no, I just kind of was jumping in there agreeing with you. Today was kind of hard for me. I have a lot going on, and I was looking for a picture of AJ, and in your phone, I know all of you all have, newer phones where you can put in the person's name and it'll pull up pictures. I put his name in and his phone started ringing. It was calling his old phone number. That has not happened in at least 8 years. I'm not calling his phone number. I just was like, what? I doubt his phone number.
That's a little technical difficulty.
Yeah. I just was trying to get a picture for the
AJ didn't like the picture you was going to get.
And I think he did.
Look, that's how I have to look at things.
I had to do 4 because I couldn't choose one.
Oh, I love that she did 4.
Those are that's her last birthday.
She is beautiful. Absolutely
She was modeling when
absolutely stunning. Hopefully AJ has found Allie and they can
okay, they found each other out there. I promise you.
Dre's around the corner watching.
She is
right.
No, a bubbly person.
How old is
She's
Dre?
everybody.
Dre's 24.
How old is Allie?
Allie was 20 when she passed away. 25.
She's 25 now. And Dre is 24 now.
No, Dre is 28.
Was 20.
28.
So it should be 28.
Yeah. AJ's 29. Allie, she has her pick.
Okay,
She wants
okay.
older guy.
I'm telling you, and she's a bubbly little girl. She's friends with
And she wants a
everybody. She
chocolate.
loves
Yeah,
her
every
some
squirrel.
Hey,
She
my
loves
baby's
chocolate.
handsome.
Okay, she loved her some chocolate. Sorry,
Drake,
sis.
hey, he cleans up too. Drake's a handsome guy. So she got, she might got her friend. Remember that her friends with her.
Dre's
So
girlfriend's
Drake-
with him.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay,
AJ.
All right, see, you gotta make light of this because it's too heavy, too hard, too real. You know
And
And
what
I
I mean?
babies
did
are up
mention
there
Dre's
together.
girlfriend. A lot of times, I only talk about Dre dying that day. His girlfriend actually overdosed that day too. They didn't know each other had passed. I think until they met in the afterworld.
Mhm.
So that's something that it was hard for me to deal with too, because Dre and his girlfriend, I didn't really know his girlfriend's family, and of course having to make those split decisions in an instant. His family, her family took her away up to Ohio where she had her funeral, and Dre was here in Kentucky, and that's where we did his memorial. So I didn't get to go to hers. I think about her, and I have two of her family members that still reach out to me, and I reach out to them. So I'm
That's
thankful
cool.
for that.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what it looks like to have that incompleteness. Like AJ's last girlfriend did all the things. This young lady was burdened with her senior prom, and she had to wear her date on her necklace. I gave her actual ashes of AJ to take to the prom. I did her hair and her makeup just like I promised, but my son was not there.
Oh.
She sit on the front row with our family as if she was Miss Smith. And that's all I have. I'll never get Miss Smith. I'll never get grandbabies. When this young lady, 8 years later, has a baby, she has a little girl. So beautiful. I went in a depression so bad, thinking they were still together, that would be my grandbaby. I didn't have any biological grandkids at that time. And I was done for about a month. I made her the biggest care package. I sent her everything as if I was the grandmother.
Okay.
And she was so thankful. She was like, I can't believe you done this.
Allie had a boyfriend that she had been with for a couple of years, and the one thing that I will say that Allie was shown true love before she passed away. That boy made sure Allie knew he loved her. He did the whole roses from the bathtub to the bed and candles. That was 1 month before she was murdered. She got, that thing that we all like, I wish my man would do for me. She got that from him. And I'm so thankful for that. But she'll never have a kid. She'll never get married. But
Dre, like, his girlfriend died with him, so I can't carry on memories with her. And then also, we thought that the baby that they had might be his, and then we had to do a DNA test after he passed away, and the baby wasn't his.
So those are all small deaths again, like you were saying. Not to cut you off, but is this young man still around? Have you ever seen him again?
oh yeah, we don't talk as much anymore, and he told me the honest truth. I look just like my daughter, and every time he looks in my eyes, it breaks his heart. But I will tell you that I know that every woman he has even tried to date afterwards, he compares to Allie, and nobody will ever compare to my child. And I hate that for him, but at the same time, I'm glad that he received that same type of love that he will remember for a lifetime.
It's a standard for him now.
Yeah, they have to be like Allie. If they ain't like Allie, they ain't nothing. I mean, one girl even started dyeing her hair to look like my daughter to make him love her more. And God bless her soul. I hate that she did that, but
It is what it is.
yeah. I mean, he's walking in. I mean, he was there the night that my daughter was murdered. He had my grandchild, my oldest daughter. They were babysitting my oldest daughter's daughter, and they had her with them, and he had Avea in the car, and Adley was going back upstairs to go grab something that they had forgotten upstairs, and it happened. So he was there, but wasn't in the apartment complex. He was outside, and it actually happened inside the apartment complex,
That is
like
so
in the
crazy.
building.
That's so crazy.
So I know he was there like nonstop at first. Like, he was in jail because of course they tried to accuse him of it. So he sat in jail for a couple of days, but was released. And I know just seeing him, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It triggers me a little bit
Yes.
because she's not with him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me feel happy because he still thinks about me, which means he still thinks about my daughter.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. I won't say her name. We're just gonna say A. She says, "I've never met anybody like AJ. I still am in love with him." She has a whole child by somebody else, and she's like, "You all are my family for the rest of my life." But I know that she moved out of the state, enlisted in the Navy, and just wanted to start life over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, I said she was a senior. Soon as she could get away from here, she left because she just didn't want to do
And
it.
sometimes
proud
that's
of
what grief does. One of my son's friends was murdered, and they had to move out of the state they lived in to start a whole new life over.
Mm-hmm. I'm proud of her. She's doing amazing. She's doing amazing. Now you were saying that when the baby wasn't.
The baby wasn't Dre's.
I know what that feels like. You know what that feels like. We don't have any remaining DNA, any long lasting connection.
What makes me get through the day about it is, in a way, I'm happy, but it's not Dre's. Because I don't have to explain to my grandson or granddaughter where their dad is.
Yeah.
And I know our genes are strong, and I know that baby will look just like Dre because he has nephews that look just like him as a baby. So that was his own child. So yes, I missed out on him being a father and being a grandparent for my oldest son. But then in a way, I'm sort of happy. I don't have to explain to a child where their dad is.
Mm-hmm. AJ used to brag and be like, you should be paying me money that I ain't had a baby yet. And I was one of those moms that I was like, I want to take care of your kid if you're able to take care of your kid. But in this moment, like, life had made me become a hypocrite. I'm like, I would have taken care of your child for the rest of my life if you would have left me a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I just wish she got to be able to feel what it felt like to be a mom.
he was an amazing uncle.
Okay.
Dre was too. Dre
Yeah,
was the
like
best
they were the
uncle.
best. The
I have
best.
so many videos of him and his nephews when they're baby, where they threw up in his beard and he's laughing about it. Like, could nobody else do that to him but his nephews?
I'm talking about AJ's on the floor rolling around with these kids, just having a good time, buying them stuff, sneaking them stuff, watching them when the mama didn't even ask me if he could. They sneaking them in the back. Where these kids come from? He got it. Then they, Nanny, I'm hungry. What? No, AJ. Where's AJ? But he would do it to me all the time. So for the sake of time, it is now where we come to the point where we're gonna get a little bit more into the statistics of what it looks like to live in Louisville, Kentucky, and what we are facing each and every time we come before you. The numbers change. They escalate.
The numbers are ridiculously different than what you think they are.
Oh my gosh.
You missed a session
So
too.
I will say again, I give all props to the Office of Prevention of Violence or Violence Prevention because this website is amazing. We used to not have access to how many numbers, and so up to today, from January to today, we've had 3,833 shot spotters. We've had 208 non-homicidal incidents within those 3,000.
And those are the people who just
They got
shot
shot
and
or
hurt
it
and
hurt,
non-fatal.
and it didn't kill them.
Understood.
Yeah, I probably should have said non-fatal. But
might
technical
have.
difficulties in the
Hey,
brain.
Maybe my brain didn't hear it correctly.
And there has been 87 deaths. Now the last time we got together,
It was 79
It was 79 when we did
with
it.
us three, and then it moved to 82 on
Yeah.
the one day that we re-recorded.
So it's been
And these numbers have
8.
almost, what, 10?
It's been 8 since 2 weeks ago.
And what's very sad,
That's
I
more
know,
every other day.
Mm-hmm.
I know, on what, I forgot what day it was, but last week, within 8 hours, 3 women had been shot.
Yeah, that was Saturday.
Thank God, it was Saturday, but thank God they did not die.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 women had been shot.
The numbers of non-fatal are going up dramatic. I mean,
So,
they are still affected by gun violence.
Mm-hmm.
They start having PTSD. They have medical issues. Their family is gonna lose time at work. You know, I mean, so much
their
stuff
family's
is
gonna have to afford
to be able to pay their bills and go to the hospital and
to hire a mental health therapist, to pay the cost of what it looks like to take care of the final arrangements. We get left with all the burden.
yes.
And I will say that
And they're getting
a
what?
lot of
How
these
much time?
shootings did happen around my house. The
Mm.
ones with the kids at the club, that's 2 blocks from my house. Then there was another shooting down the street, that was right by my house. So it's like, I called Elgina, but I don't know what to do. Like, it's all around my house, and no, I'm not gonna move, but wow, like,
This is what I wanted to ask you. You said something so powerful, and forget that was another technical difficulty.
Uh-huh.
If y'all heard that in the back, thank y'all for like playing. But my phone wanted to do something special, so you were saying that I know her son was taken in Frankfort, Kentucky, and the sentencing says 10 years, but it's gonna only be like 6.
technically, he will only do, if you give me a moment.
Which learning this gives me, at least I'm not going to be expecting something that I'm not going to be getting. So
So my son's murder was charged with, we amended it down to manslaughter. And he was sentenced to 10 years in prison here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And without any good time, which I don't understand that part, but anyway, just him doing his whole sentence, he's doing 6 years, 3 months, and 12 days.
Off of a 10-year sentence. And so, with that being said, that's why they are shooting like they are, because anybody can go somewhere for 5-6 years and then get back out and live their life as reckless as they want to again.
My son's murder was 21.
Mm.
So
He won't even be 30 when he get out.
he'll be 27 when he gets out. 27.
well, my suspects, because ain't nobody been charged yet, two of them were the same age as Allie. The girl who set him up, set her up, the man who was there, and then the other man who supposedly, there was 2 men and a woman. The woman is 20, one man was 20, and the other man was 31 years old, and had already been to the federal penitentiary once. So, yes, when you say they can get out and just do whatever recklessly, that's what
I
they
will
do.
Only
say
be 40.
my son's murder have not completed any of the programs he was supposed to. He was also in there for domestic violence, and my son got called by the female he was beating up and supposedly raping to protect her, and he tried to say it was stand your ground. And that's, I don't agree with everything, but I had a 50-50 chance in taking him to a jury trial, that if other people who believed it was stand your ground could have voted one way, even though there was 2 witnesses. So I had to get some type of justice and make sure my son's murder was put in jail. So I had to go to the plea bargain. That's why I agreed to that. And it's sad that us mothers are given choices where it's 50-50, he could walk free, or he could be charged, which it should have been first-degree murder and overkill for my son. And by Kentucky, Commonwealth of Kentucky state law, he'd have been on death row for overkill.
So, do you know what the law is for overkill? I'm just
Overkill
asking,
is shooting more than 2 times, and he shot my son
Yeah,
5
one
times.
warning shot. You
No,
supposed to injure
it's
the
not even
body.
a warning shot. It's not even that. If you shoot him once, that's enough, because one shot can kill you. He shot my son twice in the back of the head and once to the body. I think another one grazed the back of my son's head. We don't know where the 5th shot went. It didn't go into his body, but he shot 5 times at my son. So that's overkill. Where once you shot him, he was already dead. You kept killing him.
So did those charges come after like the main charge? Like, cause the people who killed Allie are being charged with conspiracy to robbery and murder.
No, that he got charged with 1st-degree murder at first until they came up with his plea bargain.
Okay, cause Allie was shot
Overkill
in the back
was
as
coming.
she was running away, and it was multiple
If
shots.
we would have went to trial, overkill would have been
what you all would have
we
been.
would have went for.
Okay.
But and I think
That's
it's
good to
very
know.
sad that I'm glad I went through this to help them out.
Absolutely.
Because I know one day
all
your
need
son
it.
will stand for it. But I had to make a choice. It's either give him the short amount of time or put my faith in the 12 jury members who might agree to stand your ground. And Kentucky honestly does not have a stand your ground law. So I was in a decision, but I sat on it and I prayed on it, and I feel like he needs to serve some type of time. So this was guaranteed that my son's murderer would go to prison and pay for his crime.
And I completely understand that.
He was caught the day he murdered my son.
Yeah. Whole totally different story here. But to the left of you both ways, because she doesn't even.
Every situation is different.
It's totally different.
But we all can bond because we've all lost our child to gun violence.
Absolutely. I think what is the hardest part for me is you guys can handle my pain when I say, y'all know who did it. They're going to be sentenced in some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They know who did it, and he didn't get a day. But he killed somebody right after my son, and now they're in, he's in jail for them.
But not for you.
But not
for your son. I understand.
And he killed somebody before he killed my son. And that family doesn't have justice. And I'm like, it's a pick and choose, and this is, they not white, y'all not white, they're my sisters. And we are fine with saying this is the Oreo cookie swirl.
Mm-hmm.
But the person before and the person after were both black. And this man came from Canada, made national news. They brought my son back on TV saying that he was killed by this person, but still nothing was done, and they sealed his case. And every police officer, every detective has been removed. So AJ's sitting on somebody's desk, piled up, because if we have how many now?
Oh yeah, and that's just this year.
This year.
I mean, I
87.
can even start doing statistics to go all the way back.
So
87 this year.
AJ was taken in 15. We're at 2025. So 10 years later, no detective, they said, we're going to come to your house, we're going to tell you everything. If they came to my house, Allie's person is in prison for the rest of their life, and Dre's person got the death penalty.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the part. So we don't want to stick there and stay there, because we do have a live in-person session, and our energy is of gratitude. And so that's what we're going to set our attitude on. Is there any other
Yes, we
updates?
do. Well, we have those, but I do want to. Miss Shannon Mosley's son was taken tomorrow. Is his anniversary.
Angel
I
Bassett.
Miss Shannon, we want to
just want to
sit
give
down
a
with
second, yeah. And also, I want to say this to all the moms listening, dads listening. If you would like for your child to be recognized on his birthday or his anniversary date, please send it. We would love to send you love.
Do we need to say Dante Hutchinson?
No, that's August.
Okay.
I was going to September,
Oh, okay.
so it's Shannon Farley is his name, and it's Miss Shannon is his mama, and his he was taken 9/23 of 2012.
Wow. Our hearts go out to you, Shannon. You know we love you, and again, Sharita,
Love you,
we
sis.
love you,
Love
and
you,
Miss
sis.
Anita. We are sending so much love and energy toward you while you're taking this seat somewhere that I know you wish that you wouldn't having to sit there. And as always, you have been tuned in with us. We are Moms with a Message, and Voices of Pain.
Voices of Pain. It's the ACE Project.
With the ACE Project, we want to give a sincere thank you and appreciation. Yoo-hoo!
To Miss Rose.
Miss Rose Smith, hey.
To Miss Rose Smith, even in her even in her absence, you all don't see her on the couch, but every bit of this is pre-planned. She makes sure that we are able to get our recordings, and she's over at the other location prepping and preparing. So this is literally a loved act, and that's ACE, acting compassionately every day. We're just doing what we do so that we can come to you, give you the information, resources, and tools that'll help you on this journey, because we are truly just working with the hands that we were dealt. And this is our time, and we really appreciate you. Until next time, please join us when you see your light come on and it says that we are live. Go ahead and check us out, because we have something good to talk about, because it's real, raw, and relevant. Until next time, it's
live, laugh, and love.
It's leaving legacy from love.
And mine's Dre. Do right every day.
All right, with peace.
Peace.
Love y'all.
We love you for free, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Love you for free, and there's absolutely nothing